And good morning, welcome back. And if you were just watching a second ago, there was a moose on Main Street. Is he still there, guys, in the back? Oh, we can't find him. We were trying to get another shot of him on Main Street, but there is a moose wandering Main Street if you're heading up right now. Just use a little precaution. We don't want to have anybody hit the moose, but it was a beautiful sight to see those. He was just wandering down like he owned the place. But talking a little bit about music now, we have Nyle Steiner in studio with us, who is an incredible musician and has actually invented his own instrument. This is an electronic valve instrument, and we're going to have him tell us about it here in just one second. But Nyle, let's introduce you and have you tell us a little bit about yourself first before we talk about this guy.
Well, I don't know where to start. I'm a native of Utah. I lived in Los Angeles for about 18 years playing this on a lot of movie scores, TV scores, things like that.
Now, did you start by playing the trumpet because you were talking about how these valves are similar to trumpet?
Yeah, that's what the instrument I learned when I grew up. I played trumpet for quite a few years.
And then you just got bored with the trumpet and thought, I'm going to make this really cool instrument of my own. Well,
I got interested in synthesizers, but started building them around the middle 70s, and then I never could play the keyboard. My mother was a great keyboard player, but she never got me to learn.
So you did what?
So I thought I would apply my trumpet technique to something that I could play, and I made a device that I could play similar to trumpet technique.
So you've got the three valves like a trumpet.
It would play a synthesizer.
Okay.
In the early days, I had to build my own sound modules, but now that we have MIDI, I can MIDI into other sound modules.
So play a couple notes for us as we're showing the camera. Play a couple notes as it uses the trumpet. And I want you to show this little part too, as we kind of turn this around. You're twisting that, and it does what to the instrument?
Each of these is an octave position. It has just about the same range as a piano. So each time I move this, it's kind of similar to a violin player changing from one string to the other. Okay. And there's 7 positions.
And it does create that synthesized sound.
Yeah. And this, you can play any sound that you can program. I mean, I can play thousands of sounds, but I have favorite sounds. I think
like what? What's one of your favorites?
I like to sound like regular instruments. I don't like to pretend that I'm really duplicating instruments, but I just like, if the sound is good, I like it. And I grew up playing in orchestras, so I like playing like a violin, like a trumpet, like an oboe.
Can you show us that? So show us like a trumpet or like a violin. You just did that with this. This is incredible.
It has a human vibrato, so instead of having an oscillator make vibrato, I actually do it myself. So like if I take an oboe sound, for example, without changing the sound, but just the
by
way
rocking your finger and
but the
you
way
can create
I play,
the vibrato.
Yeah, the way I play, I can actually make it sound like a theremin just by playing different.
No, you're incredible. And there's the woman crying.
But it's the same sound.
It's no wonder you've played for movie scores. I mean, of course they want you to do this kind of stuff. I mean, this is an incredible instrument. He invented this instrument. And you've been playing with Richard Souther earlier today. He's an incredible pianist, and we're going to actually have him do a solo here for us in just a little bit. But right now we're going to put Nyle on the spot, and you just heard all those incredible sounds. You're going to do something amazing for us, are you?
Yeah, I have some notes stored in here. This is basically a one line at a time instrument, whereas a keyboard I can play. But I found some ways that I can, if I store the notes in here in a microprocessor, I can kind of do a similar thing. It's kind of fun to do.
Well, he's going to show us what he's talking about.
It's experimental, but I'm going to take a sound like this. And I'm going to take some of these notes, and some of the time I'm going to play manually, some of the time I'm going to call these notes from the microprocessor, and we'll see what happens.
Nyle, you are incredible. Okay, so I got to ask you this as I was watching. You were using one finger and just going up and down with this,
Yeah,
but
those
you were
were the notes that I had
changing.
stored. Those were the notes I had stored. And by moving the finger, they have things with synthesizers called sequencers, and they're usually like you turn them on, you have to synchronize them, but this is a sequencer that I control. I can actually play under a conductor, and each time I hit that, it can either be one note or a chord. And so if I want to do a polyphonic piece with a lot of vertical notes, I store them in the microprocessor, and I'm still controlling the nuances by blowing. I can put my own vibrato. I can still do all that, but I'm changing the notes by moving one finger.
It was so incredible to see your finger just moving that fast and all the notes changing. So we're going to show you more of Nyle Steiner, and also Richard Souther is going to play, a phenomenal pianist. Nyle, I want you to play us out though to the break, because I am loving this instrument. So Nyle Steiner is going to play us out to the break. When we come back, we're talking to the Living Planet Aquarium. Cutest new penguins you've ever seen in your entire life. You've got to go check it out. But we're going to talk all about the organization and really how we need to benefit this incredible organization. So Nyle, play us out to the break.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead and start playing. Yeah.
Okay.